This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Hello, Tripti, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I will rejoin actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I'm just going
from
out.
my side, now the recording is started.
Yeah, because my audio is a problem, so I will rejoin. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll pause it then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So let us start now. What we were discussing was last weekend actually, we have been discussing about the DML, that is inserts, updates, deletes, etc. Okay. So the DML part is, I guess, over. Except for one thing, I guess, that is the update clause. SQL Server provide
what is data definition, DDL?
that we did about creating objects. Do you remember? Uh, we created table, alter table, drop table, truncate table.
Okay, so insert update is
Data manipulation language.
okay, got it.
One thing we have not done is, I'll make a new one. There's only one thing that is left, which is specific to SQL Server, that is update join. You can update tables based on a particular join. Okay, so let us finish that, and we will be able to go to the next topic. Okay, is the screen visible to you?
Yes.
Yes. So in update, there is one more type that is called as update with join. Okay, so let us understand what is this update join. There are two parts, that is update with inner join and update with left join. Sorry. So what we perform here is we perform update based on some joining condition. So only those records which satisfy the condition of joining will get updated. Fine. So how does this join takes place? First of all, you specify the name of the source table and the target table. Then you specify the new value. New value means the value that you want to set, that value. And you specify the condition of the joining clause. What kind of join you want, inner join or left join. There are two possibilities. Either it can be a sorry, either it can be an inner join or it can be left join. Okay. Now, for example, if you say this update, I have a table called as commission. Okay. I want to update the commission table and I want to set commission's value is equal to target value. Now what is this target value? Let me tell you. probably I don't have that table right. Let me just add 3 rows to it.
Okay.
I will add multiple values to it. Sorry. Something is going on. Anyways, let me just tell you the syntax. The table is not present probably or something. That's okay. Let me just tell you the syntax. I'm updating the table. Update. This is one table called as commissions. Okay. And then I'm saying set commission is the column name which is getting values, new values. That is, the column commission is getting values from base amount and percentage. Sorry. Now, base amount and percentage, they are coming from other table. Which is what table? Which is another table, that is commissions. I'm joining it with a table called as target. And what kind of join I'm having? I'm having a join called as inner join. So what it is going to do is, it is going to check target ID from target table from customers along with target ID from target table. Okay. So whenever there is a match between two target IDs in commissions and in target table, then it is going to update commission column by multiplying base amount and percentage. So base amount is in commission table and percentage is in target table. Is it fine?
Yes.
I think my own voice is getting echoed to me.
Okay. Because I'm on speaker, so I'm try this now. Is it better?
Hello?
Just a second.
Hello? I'm not able to hear you, Manan. Hello? Can you hear me? should I continue with the session?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so this was about inner join and then about left outer join. Now with inner join, what happens is, let me tell you the scenario. Suppose there are some tables. I have a table A, and in A table there are 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, let's say there are these many records and there are some numbers. These are, let's say, cells. Sorry. Some cells are there. So this is my one table. Fine. And then I have another table here called as B. Fine. And in B table, I have I also have a few records. Fine. And then this is, let's say, this is some kind of interest rate. Let's say these are some account types and these are their interest rates. Fine. What I want to do is I want to update this column. And what should be this column? This column should be this multiplied by this. Fine. So this should be the column. And accordingly, it should fill up everything. So how will I achieve it? I'll achieve it using update join. Right? What type of update join I'll use it here? I'll use it inner, isn't it? So I'll join table A with table B and I'll say, suppose this is, let's say rate is the column name. Okay, so I'll say, what will I type? I'll say set rate equal to A dot this column multiplied by B dot this column, considering A and B are the names of the tables. Right? Are you getting my point?
Somewhat, not completely.
So what it is going to do is, it is going to multiply this column with the other tables this column, and by multiplication it will update the rate column. So in the update table we are using join. Okay, so this is inner join. In inner join, it will only update those columns which have a corresponding match in the other table. That means column 5 and 6 will not be updated, isn't it? Because they do not have any match in the other table. But if you want to update all the columns from this side, that is from the left hand side, instead of inner join, what you will use? You will use left outer join. So when you use left outer join, all these records from the left hand table will also be updated. Okay. Is it fine now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And that is what the syntax is all about.
One general experience question. Uh, so my exposure to SQL and Excel is pretty new, and um like I'm learning, like I'm revising, and Excel basics. Just kind of connecting, and even SQL. So how do you observe both Excel and SQL? Because you have got rows and columns. In fact, those are called records and tuples in SQL, and here they are called rows, and columns are like attributes, and um, so rows. So would you like to spend a couple of minutes out of your experience how one can leverage or take advantage of SQL knowledge in Excel and Excel knowledge in SQL?
Basically, the rules do not apply in Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So RDBMS rules, they are not applicable here.
Mm-hmm.
Means like primary key and referential integrity, they cannot be established here.
Can
Means
you
you
give an
cannot,
example?
I cannot relate table A with table B. They are two independent tables. Okay.
But referencing is there, referencing of sheets.
Referencing of sheets is there, but I cannot put constraints.
But format when you format a cell, or you can give a column or data type.
That is the behavior of the column. Okay. I cannot say that this column is mandatory, or I cannot relate these two tables with each other. It is not RDBMS.
True, true. It is not a perfect RDBMS, but tables, sheets can be referenced, columns can be given limited data type, like only two places of decimal values can come, only three places of decimal values can be accommodated here in this column.
That is
And
validation you can give,
yeah, that validation you can
but
give.
no, yeah. You cannot query Excel sheet, right?
But even querying I have done. Select, you write query in the box. Even queries run in Excel.
Which box?
In fact, if you can give little bit insight, am I wrong when I say that select this from where? Select where from clause are there, they work in Excel.
No,
No, they don't?
no.
Okay, okay. Hmm. Do they work in
Basically,
Access?
yes.
Hmm.
You can
Okay.
write queries. You can access is a DBMS. You can do that in Excel.
So in a formula, I'm just opening an Excel command equal to, and then I say select select. So there is no select function at all in Excel.
It's a query which will never work here.
Oh, select. Oh, that is why. So search is there. Anything similar to select, find?
You basically you write programs in Excel by writing macros. VBA coding is there. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not that you cannot do coding in Excel, but
Mm-hmm.
there is something called as VBA.
Mm-hmm.
So
How
you
do
will have to,
so how to add VBA plugin in Excel?
when you write macros, you write that code.
But I'll go to Microsoft site. Can just like it is available for free VBA plugin?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
you
got
can write code.
got it.
Okay, so that was about DML. So it was a small topic actually, update with join, wherein there is inner as well as left. This is okay. Now we are going to go to new topic. We have okay. We'll start with a new topic called as set operators. Now this is very easy one because all of us know set operators basically, isn't it? What all set operators do you know?
Set operators, union, intersection.
Yes. And
Disjoint. Disjoint of a set is the intersection. No, I don't know what is this. Forgetting. There was a mathematical concept of disjoint, union, intersection, and then what else?
union, union all, intersect, and minus,
Okay.
or sometimes it is called as except. Okay. So we have studied different operators so far, like arithmetic operators, logical operators, isn't it? So there are set operators for queries. So using set operators, the queries can behave differently. So we are going to see this set operators, how to use them in a query. I have this table called as India, which has got two columns called as customer ID and product name. So these are all the customers and these are all the products. Now, if you have seen that the same customer have placed products for orders for different products. So his number is repeating multiple times with different products, right? Now, if you see record 1 and record 4, the same customer has placed for product A. Again, the same customer has placed for product A. Maybe the order date will be different. Okay, so it may happen that the same customer has placed orders for same product or different product multiple times. So if you see 108 is repeating, 109 is repeating, like that. So this is the data of the table India. Fine. Sorry. Now we are going to talk about our first operator, that is union operator. What does the union operator do? It combines the results of two or more queries, eliminating the duplicates. This eliminating duplicates is the most important part of it. Fine. So what it does is, the union operator, it takes one set and combines it with another set, only keeping the unique values. How do you write this? You write the result of a query and then you choose whatever operator you want and then you write another query. So You may see that there are two queries, but in short, there is only one, which is using an operator. So how this query is going to work? This particular query will come up with one set of values. This particular query will come up with another set of values, which will be having a union. So both the results will be having a union, excluding null values. Fine. So if I show you independently the results of these 107, that is ABC, ADE, that means there are some values which are common, and results of 108, they are B is common, C and Y. Y is not present in the first set. Fine. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to combine results of both of them. So it will be like there is no repetitive A or no repetitive B. Okay, so it combined the output of both the result set, excluding null values. Do you understand this? So this is how a union operator is used. Now it is not necessary that both the queries should be on the same table. Okay, right now we have used on the query, first query is on India table and the second query is also on India table. But it may happen that first query is on India table, second query is on USA table, and then it is joining some common columns. Now I'm going to change the operator and keep the same queries. Okay, instead of union, I'm going to say union all. So let us now check the effect after using this operator. What do you see? Union all, it takes the result set of one query and simply connects it with the result set of another query, including duplicates. So as you can see, there are multiple A's from both the tables. There are multiple B's. Is it fine?
Yes.
So that is the difference between union and union all. Then there is something called as intersect. How does this operator works, intersect? Do you know?
Intersect is the common.
Yes. If you remember that there used to be a diagram like a set A and set B, and
Yes.
they combine, and then we get only a common values from both the sets. Okay. So intersect is the operator. It shows common records from all the queries. Again, it does not include duplicates. Fine. So instead of union all, I am going to use intersect. And now we will not get this result of y, because y is present in only second set and not the first set. I am going to get only A, B and C. eliminating duplicate values. A is repeating, B is repeating, but here we will have it only once. Fine. So A, B, C are the three values which are common to set A as well as set B. Then there is something called as except or minus, right? So what is this except? Values which are present in first set but not in the second set, they are called as except. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
It's like when I say 5 minus 3, I get the answer 2, right? So that 2 is coming from where? It is coming from 5, isn't it? So
Right.
it's the same thing, that the values which are present in the first set but not in the second set. So P name, I guess the column name is different. Okay, so except something. So D and E, these are the values which are present in the first query of 107 set, but they are not present in the second query. That means customers 107 have placed orders for product D and E, and 108 customers have not at all placed for orders for product D and E. That is the meaning of this query. Is it fine?
Okay.
Now, it is not necessary that at a time you can use only one set operator. You can use multiple set operators. Okay. For example, I have one table called as MEC, that is mechanical, roll number and marks for mechanical branch, and roll number and marks for computer branch. Okay, so these are two different ones. That is, their roll numbers are also different, marks are also different, and for computer also the roll numbers are different and marks are also different. Now, when I can use it, probably. Now tell me, Manan, that which is the common column in these two tables?
Which is the common column in these Two tables. Match values. Roll number.
Exactly. Roll number is a common column, isn't it? So, to get data from these two tables, I could have also used joins, isn't it? Do you agree?
Yes.
There is roll number here and roll number here, just like we use DPTNO in both the tables, right? So, to get data from both the tables, I could have also used joins. Then why to use set operator? That is the question, right? But then, if you see the data of the table, I want you to focus on the roll number column. If I go to mechanical table, roll numbers are different. And if I go to computer table, roll numbers are totally different, isn't it? So even if I perform any type of join, then the values do not match. So it will not give me the data. So what I can do is I can use union or union all operator to get the data from both the tables as one output. Okay, so I can say that union all or union whatever. So even if the data do not match, now I will be able to generate the output from both tables, roll number and marks. I have said union all for those who are earning marks more than 70. So as you can see that these first two are from mechanical and these are from computer table. So using union all, I can do this multiple operations. Now it is not necessary. I can also use one more operator here. I can use intersect. I can use intersect operator here and I can say select roll number, comma, marks from mechanical. Okay. Now these three statements have become one query. Fine. These three statements have become one query. What we have done here is order by clause should be the last one actually. I should remove this order by clause. So it's not necessary that there can be only one set operator. What I did here is with one query, I used for these two queries, there was one set operator. And for this entire result, we had one intersect operator. That means this result intersect this result. So like this, it can go on. You can have multiple set operators. Getting my point?
Yeah.
So you can have multiple of such set operators. Manan, just a minute, okay? Just a minute, Manan.
Sure, sure.
was saying is you can have multiple operators, multiple result sets joined with one and another. Right? So like this, this entire result set is one result set. Okay. Now, things to be remembered. This is important part of all the operators is the number of columns in each select segment should be same. Means what? What we are learning right now is we are learning set operators, and what we have learned is union, union all, intersect, and except. Okay, so the rules is same number of columns. Means if I am saying select column 1, column 2 from something, okay, and then I'm using from something, and then I'm using here, let's say, union. And then again I'm saying here select like this. This is not allowed. If you are having 2 columns here, you must have the same number of columns here. Fine. For example, C1 and C1, their data types also must be same. So same number of columns and same data types. That care must be taken. But it may happen that this is, let's say, table 1 and this is, let's say, table 2. Table 1 has C1 and C2, but table 2 has only C1. It does not have a column to compensate with column C2. But still I want to unite these two tables. So what I can do is I can have a corresponding value to match with the data type of C2. For example, if this is number for C2 in table 2, I can say 0, or if it is character, I can just give here something called as space, isn't it? Or I can simply say null, but it has to have some corresponding value, right? So there has to be same number of columns in both the tables, both or multiple queries, whatever queries, fine. The number of columns in each select statement should be same. Their data types must be same. And if you want to use the order by clause, then mention the order by clause to the last statement. You shouldn't use it in between. For example, check this. How many statements are there? One select statement, another select statement, and third select statement. Okay, now we will say where order by, let's say order by marks. Fine, I want to order according to marks, so order by marks. If I execute this all, it is going to give me error. Why? Because I am using order by statements in between. Where it should be the last one, right? So I'll remove it from here.
One related question. Okay, first you finish this, then I'll ask.
I'll remove it here and I'll keep it at the last. Okay. Now it is going to work. So if you want to use the order by clause, it should be the last one because they are not acting as independent query. They are acting as one single query. And whenever you are using a query, order by statement is always the last statement to come. So this order by is acting as the last statement to this entire select statement. Okay, getting it?
Yes.
Huh. Tell me.
My question was this: there is something called as query optimization, and the other thing is called performance tuning. Now, performance tuning, I do not know about, but query optimization includes I have a query which is functioning, but you optimize it to function fast. So, and which something, so order by has a specific place where it should be placed for query to give the right output as well as to give a faster output. Am I right?
No, basically the purpose of order by is to rearrange the output.
Mm-hmm. True. But there can be like select from where. So if you change the the position of where and from, we may get some other kind of this thing. Sometimes, query optimization says there are steps to optimize the query for faster outputs. Would you want to say a word or two about query optimization? I think there is in your syllabus there is something for database tuning and query optimization type thing.
Yeah, we are going to study something called as with clause. Okay, with the help of which you can improvise like definitely the performance of the C. Means if the same code is coming multiple times, you can repeat it. Instead of repeating the same code, you can optimize the same query by applying a with clause to it. So that is coming up. And then you can also see the performance of the system using the statistics of the query. So we'll see that.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Now it may happen that one table has got column names, roll number and marks. The other table, it may have column names like ID and M. It may happen. As long as their data types are same, it will not throw error. But then these column names are different, these column names are different. So which column name it will print as a heading? So it always prints the column names of the first select statement. Fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So that was all about the set operators.
And also I have one, probably I will share my screen and will ask question today.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Regarding what?
Regarding basically it's an Excel question. I'm trying VLOOKUP, and I did not get expected result actually.
Okay, fine. Now we will go to the next topic. The next topic that we are going to talk about is views. Okay, we are done with one database object, that is tables, creating tables, making changes in the tables, dropping table, truncating table. Then we studied about adding data to the table. Now we are going to talk about something called as concept of views. Have you gone through the material of RDBMS that I've shared with you?
I didn't get one thing, that did I even receive what you gave? Let me see. Just give me a sec. I go to my email and there was a large zip file.
Have you checked it?
Module 6, module 5.
No, it's the first one. In
First,
the month of May, probably.
in the month of May.
May or June. It's the
And
first RDBMS PowerPoint presentation. You said that you don't go through it. I will myself go through it. We will skip that.
okay, so I don't think I have a PowerPoint. Absolutely no. I do not have a PowerPoint
You
here.
said that I know this and
But
we
see,
do not have to go through it.
yeah, true. I agreed. I remember that I said that .txt. But whatever zip folders I have received here, they do not have a PowerPoint here very clearly. Let me see. No, not here. This is this one. This one. Data types in SQL Server. There is one PowerPoint here. And in this one, built-in function Word, there is no PowerPoint here. Two.
Anyway, you can check it later on
Okay.
and let me know. Let me just tell you the concept of views is basically it is related to abstraction of the data.
Okay.
So there are different levels of abstraction for RDBMS, that is uh, abstraction, physical abstraction, conceptual abstraction, and view level abstraction. Okay, that means the data is hidden at multiple places. Now I'll not go into the details of physical and conceptual level abstraction, but let us focus ourselves on view level abstraction. Means what? A view is a database object. Okay, it does not have its own data, but it is a dependent object on a table. Now, when the table is created, we are talking about client server architecture. Okay. Now, in such scenario, there is only one copy of a table which is being shared by multiple clients across the world, right? Sorry. So, suppose there is one table called as employee, and the employee tables is needed by multiple users. For example, the employee table is needed by, let's say, some finance department. So from where they will go get the data? They will get the data in the employee table. Suppose it is needed by HR department. So they will get the data from the same employee table. If at all some insurance related policies are there and they need to access employee information, they'll again get the data from employee table. So everyone, all the users are accessing the same table because there is only one copy of the table. Suppose there is a person, let's say there is a security person at the gate and he wants to create a pass for you. He will also access the same table because there is no another copy of the table, right? Now, when everyone is accessing the same table, knowingly or unknowingly, they are getting exposure to the data that they are not supposed to receive, isn't it? For example, that security person who wants to create a pass for you, he needs only your name, photo, blood group, etc. But when he accesses the table, he also knows your salary, your department, your project, your address, etc., which he is not supposed to access, right? So it is not a good idea to create multiple copies of the same table, as it will become a redundancy, and redundancy causes inconsistency. So I cannot keep on creating multiple tables for multiple users according to their requirement. Instead of creating multiple tables of the same data, what I do is I create multiple views on one table, right? So you can imagine a view as a window. So whatever you see through a window, only that part of the world is available to you. That doesn't mean the rest of the world does not exist. Okay, but the other things or other details are hidden. That is called as view level abstraction. Now, a view on its own does not contain physically any data. Like table contains its own data, but a view does not contain its own data. So when I query a view, what does it contain? It contains only definition. When I query a view, it basically contacts the table on which it is based and gets the data from there. So it acts like a postman. Is it okay? Are you getting the concept?
Yeah.
Actually, there are some views which physically holds their data. They are called as materialized views. Okay, just for your information. Sorry. So views are basically virtual tables. They very much are present inside our database. They are physically present as an object, but they physically do not have any data. Okay? Views are always based on tables. Views are the query stored through which the data in the underlying table is queried. That means, what does a view hold? A view does not hold data, but a view holds its definition. Okay, that is the only presence that it has. It is an object with a definition. Views do not actually store data, so only for the view definition, the space is required for the database. Notice the advantage that we are achieving is we can hide the original table. So when we work in actual work environment, the developers or the end users, they will not get access to the table. They will get access to the view. So my original table will always be safe, right? So they will not even be knowing the name of the table on which they are working. They will be always working on a view. So now we'll see how to create a view. See, this is the syntax of creating a view. Create view and name of the view as, and then you write the query. What is this query? This is the definition of my view. Okay. Now you will see, till now we were only, I want you to concentrate on this part. Till now our focus was only tables. Now just below tables there is something called as views. Okay. And then there are these are all the objects of data dictionary, like synonyms, etc., etc. In programmability you will find procedures, etc. So now we are going to explore another object of database, that is called as view. Now if there may be some views created or may not be created. I'm going to create this view v1. Fine. And now let us refresh. Unless and until I refresh this, I won't be able to see the newly created object here. Okay. Yes. Can you see? A view
Yeah.
has been created here.
Mm-hmm.
So now my view is based on what query? I'm saying select star from employee where salary is more than 3,500. Right. So when I execute, I'm going to now henceforth I'm not going to query employee table. Right. What I'm going to query is I'm going to query v1 table. V1 view. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say select star from v1. Okay. Nobody knows what is v1 in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Execute. What results I get? I get only one row. Fine. So this I want to provide only these details, that the view of salary more than 3,500. Okay. Getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to create another view. Let's say, will you please tell me how should I write? I'm going to create a view called as V2. The view V2 should be displaying information only about department 10.
Select from employee where salary greater than equal to 35. Start. Where department is equal to 10.
Yeah.
Straight.
So the
Where
view
department?
should only display me information of employees belonging to department 10. How will I find department 10?
Department. It should be in department table. Where department is equal to 10.
No, our
Select.
employee table has department number, right?
So then it should be department equal to 10. Everything is same. Department equal to 10. Department number is equal to 10.
If I only execute this query, what will I get? I'll get 3 rows. There are 3 persons in department, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is Clark, King and Miller. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a view. My view V2 is now been created. Let's check. Yes, it is valid. Now if I say select select star from V2. If I do that, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get information of only department 10 employees. Are you understanding this concept of view now? Now, what is this view doing is, I will create different views for different departments. So now, people from department 10 will only access V2. They will not have access to any other object. So they don't even know whether department 20 and 30's details are. So I will not give them access to employee table. I will give them access to V2 only, not even V1 or V3. So whatever changes they have to make, add or delete whatever in this department 10's information. So the rest of the details of employee table are abstracted from the department 10 people. Okay. So the view is basically getting data from EMP table when we query V2. Now, views can be based on one or more than one tables. Right now, we used a view which was only on EMP table, isn't it? Now, it may happen that this select statement can be any select statement. It can be any complicated select statement. There can be a group by clause, aggregate functions, joins, etc. whatever. So there is no restriction to the type of the view. That means what kind of select statement you are having on this particular view. Okay. So for example, I can have a view which is based on join like this. I'm going to create a new view. Okay, that is view V3, which is based on ename and dname joining. I'm joining EMP table with department table. Okay, and this is my joining condition, and I'm going to create a view V3. So the view got created. Let us refresh and check not in tables, in views. So the view V1 and V2 are based on only one table, whereas V3 is based on more than one table, right? That is, it's a join. Why I'm telling you this? Because there are two categories of views. Right now what we are talking about is views. There are two types of views. The first one is simple view, and the second one is complex views. Now, if it is a simple view, then DML operations are possible through it. But if it is a complex view, when do we say the view is complex view? That means it is not based on one table. It is based on multiple tables. It has got aggregate functions. It has got calculated columns, or it has got a group by clause, etc. In all such scenarios, we say that a view is a complex view. If a view is a complex view, then DML operations. DML operations means what?
Insert update.
Yes. Most of the times the DML operations are not possible through a complex views. Now, what do I mean by this statement? Do you remember we have V2? Okay. Now, at one point of time, I'm saying that a view does not contain a data of its own. And at another point of time, I'm saying that a view DML operations are possible on view. Can you think and tell me how DML operations are possible through simple view if a view does not contain any data?
There are 3-4 things you have said. Simple view, DML operations should be working on that simple view, and that view also is not containing any data, right?
Whenever I say view, view does not have a physical data. Who has
Right.
the physical data? The table has the physical data,
Mm-hmm.
right? A view contains only definition.
Mm-hmm.
So, if a view is not containing its own data, how can I perform DML operations on it?
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So you mean to say that the operations are able to be working in a view only when we actually connect it to a table?
We do not connect to a table. We basically connect to a database.
But in a query, don't we mention table's name?
Yes. When I say select star from view, from where does it get the data?
From table.
Exactly. So when I'm saying select star from view, it goes and communicates with the table and gets the data from here. Similarly, when I'm saying insert into view, where does it insert?
Table.
Exactly. It does not insert into view. Through simple view, when I say insert into view name, actually it goes and inserts the record into the table on which it is based.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. So I can very well say I can I can very well say insert into v1 and values, whatever values I want. So these values from the view v1 will actually go into the table, right? That is the level of abstraction. So this is very much valid if it is a simple view. That means it is based on one table, no aggregates, no functions, etc., etc. Okay. But if at all your view is a complex view, that is, it is based on multiple tables, then group bys, etc., etc. DML operations are not always possible through such tables. For example, if I want to insert, or if I say delete from V3. V3 is what? Can you tell me this is a simple view or complex view?
They're joining employee and department. This is the complex view.
It is a complex view, right? So when I'm saying delete from V3, where salary is greater than, where salary is equal to 5,000. Fine. And I'm trying to execute this statement and I'll get the error. Now please read the error. What does it say? Function v3 is not updatable because modification affects multiple base tables. Getting my point? That means it is not allowing me to perform DML operations because it is getting confused. There are more than one tables. So exactly which table should I modify? So there is a way out for it, but not just by through simple DML statements.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Now
It's 10 here.
you want to take a break.
Yeah, we should transition to Excel after some time, and also I will be opening my Excel, and then putting the data which I need to query, and I'll create the question which I have to ask.
So what time should we come back?
15-20 minutes?
Because it shouldn't happen like last time.
No,
So
no,
I
no,
need
no,
to
no.
inform T at what time we are coming.
So 15-20 minutes. I will
Okay.
be, because I have a
Okay.
question also,
So
and then.
I'll ask her to start the meeting after 20 minutes.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay. I think Swati would not come. She texted she's not well. So I will be there, but
Okay, fine.
okay. Thank you.